This week, the US and UK have again hit Houthi targets in Yemen. The Iran-backed group have been targeting ships they claim are linked to Israel and the West in protest against the war in Gaza. BBC Persian's Middle East correspondent Nafise Gonavad has been given rare access to US Navy warships that have been on patrol in the Red Sea. Now, these ships are meant to be acting as a deterrent and as a show of support for Israel after the October 7th Hamas attacks. She sent us this report from the Eastern Mediterranean.
Surveying the seas and ready to strike. Back in the relative calm of the Mediterranean, these US Marines are primed for action in the Middle East. They have just returned from the Red Sea when they were the first responders to Houthi attacks on commercial shipping. The crew of the USS Bataan warship were on their way home from patrolling the Persian Gulf when Hamas attacked Israel on October 7th and the war began in Gaza. They were rapidly diverted towards Israel, a show of power and a message to Iran and its proxies.
I think there's always a risk of miscalculation, but our presence matters, and we serve as a deterrent, prepared to respond in support of our national security interests or the interest of our allies and partners.
But the Houthis say they will continue to target ships they claim are linked to Israel and the West for as long as civilians are being killed in Gaza. And so far, the group remain undeterred by US-led strikes on some of their military bases in Yemen. Captain Earl Earhart expected nothing like this when he left Georgia last July.
Being stationed in the Red Sea, there was a lot of traffic flying near, over, and then towards us from the Houthis in those one-way attack drones. It was definitely a new experience. Didn't think I was going to be doing that when we launched out on the deployment, for sure.
Destroyers like this are being used to shield the Bataan and other boats by shooting down any threats. We are taken down into its command center for a simulation. Command rooms like this are now at the sharp edge of the US involvement in the Middle East and beyond. They are the warships, eyes and ears, tracking friendly vessels, identifying incoming threats, and initiating rapid response against the attack. For many in the Middle East, including forces aligned with Iran, an American presence is always provocative. The US says it doesn't want any further escalation. But while the war in Gaza goes on, these crew won't know when they will be heading home. Nafise Gonavad, BBC News in the Eastern Mediterranean.